You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey. What up, everybody? What up, hoodies? Welcome back to the hood table, everyone. Welcome back to the chat. Please make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the hood table if you're not already subscribed. And also you can follow us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, Stereo, and thehoodtable.com. Thank you so very much. I got something on my screen. Y'all see me clearly? Is it clear? I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. My bad. I was trying to clean my screen. Okay, that looks a little better. Yeah, using my little eyeglass scarf. Well, eyeglass, whatever you call this, hanky, to clean my my camera. But hey, what's going on? I know this this video is a very this video should have been done a month ago. But blame it on me because I don't know who else to fault beside myself that I just overlooked the mid-season finale of the Have and Have Nots that happened last month. I've been going strong on my reviews thinking I'm all caught up in everything. And then I'm like going through my DVR and I realized that I missed reviewing an episode of the Have and Have Nots, and it was the mid-season finale from last month. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to review this show. It's not going to take too long either because while there was a lot of things going on, it also was everything was kind of contained, in this show. So, and I did enjoy the mid-season finale, and I'm looking forward to the beginning of what would be episode 9. Yeah, episode 9 is supposed to start in May. So the rest of the season is supposed to resume in May. So I am looking forward to that because I got a lot of questions. But yeah, let's get started, y'all. First of all, it's the Have and Have Nots review that I'm doing, season 8, episode 8, the mid-season finale, which was titled A Showdown. At the beginning of the episode, because Landon, wasn't getting anywhere with Candace, he showed up with Mr. President-elect. But it's gotten to the point where I believe Candace doesn't trust Charles at all. And why would she? After she found out that Charles had Landon, get that reporter to try to interview her own mother, Hannah. Candace, as we know, has done so much dirt to people and for other people that I think her sixth sense is like at an all-time high. Like, why does this man still want to fool with me? He done found out my discretions. He got people going behind my back, trying to interview my mother to get some tea on me. So why does he still want to be bothered with me? And not only that, but she and her brother Benny, they still are sitting on $8 million that they stole from Jim Cryer. Well, actually, Candace stole it, and then she gave $1 million to her brother Benny. So Candace actually has $7 million, and Benny actually has $1 million of Jim Cryer's money. But he don't care who took the shit. They both got the money. You know what I'm saying? And he wants it back. But let me ask y'all something. Isn't it crazy how Landon, how he used to try so hard to tear Charles away from Candace? Remember that? For a long time, Landon was trying to take Candace's spot. He was jealous of Candace. He wanted him some Charles, some president-elect. But Charles, who doesn't swing that way, made it very clear to Landon that them being together, them being a couple, ain't gonna happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Charles ain't interested in men. At least. And that's what he's saying, and I truly believe him. He really wants Candace. He's still in love with Candace, and Candace is still in love with him, even if she tries to deny it. But still, yeah, why are they snooping around in her backyard? Is the question for Candace. So those very reasons is why I believe Candace basically told Charles to go straight to hell or go back to Detroit where he came from. But do y'all think Candace still loves Charles? Of course she does. At least I think she does, like I said before, and he also loves her. But could they ever be together? Like, can you picture Candace as the first lady of the United States of America? I don't know. I don't know if I can, but her brother Benny sure can. Candace thinks that Charles is only trying to keep her as his dirty little secret. Whereas Benny told Candace that he can see her in the White House because he knows the signs of a man who is still in love. And I really think that Charles is in love with Candace, but I don't know how this is going to work out with all the shit that she's involved in right now. And he already, was made a spectacle once the media found out who he was kicking it with. And that's why they ain't together now. But not only that, Benny said his sister Candace and Charles are both alike. And I can see why he say that. He said they're both hunters. They both, when they see something, they go after it and they don't stop till they get it. They both like power. And they both like being in charge. But Candace, again, she's not feeling that. She's not feeling going back to Charles. And so instead she's going to pack her bags. And right now they're basically been living out of this expensive hotel, which they can definitely afford with the stolen money. But she's going to find a cheaper motel to hide out from because she thinks Charles and them won't look for her at no cheap, raggedy, rundown hotel. But he is the president-elect. You know what I'm saying? So he and, up there in them higher places, they can have eyes on her at any time. But anyway, speaking of Benny, who hasn't been having any luck finding the perfect house, Rihanna, the realtor, keeps taking him all over town to look at all these homes that are way out of his price range. But I'm sure he can afford any home he wants because Candace did give him $1 million. So he's telling her, you keep showing me these houses that are out of my price range. I'm like, what the hell is your price range? 2 million? 3 million? Like, what the hell are you trying to buy? It's just you. You ain't got no woman. You ain't got no kids. And your mama, she definitely don't want to stay with y'all. She barely want to speak to either one of them, Candace or him, because of the fact they won't return that money to Jim. But I was also beginning to wonder whether Rihanna was doing that on purpose. Just to spend time with Benny or spend more time with Benny. Like, she even begged for him to give her another chance to find him a home that fits his needs, that suits his needs. And then on top of that, she asked Benny, is there anything else that you need that I can help you with? But as soon as he started to respond, she cut him off. She cut him smooth off because Benny was already flirting with her. I mean, he was just outright flirting with her and everything, trying to, see how far he can go or whatnot. He's interested in the house, of course, but I think he's interested in her as well. He can probably do without the house. Find him another realtor if he don't want to mix business with pleasure or whatnot. But Benny, he still doesn't know who she is. And I wonder if he had any idea of who she really is. Will he still be flirting with her? Will he even be doing business with her? Like, period. Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know if he would still be interested with her, be trying to holler at her, flirt at her, if he really knew who she was. I don't know. I don't know. He went to try to ask for her personal number, take her out on a date, and she was like, if it ain't about business, don't go there. Don't go there. But for real, I do think they would probably make a cute couple. I really do. Plus, it seems like that Rihanna, could really use something good happening in her life. She always looks so sad, like all the time. She looks so sad, and we know we lost her. She lost her mother, but besides losing her mother, she did just get out that volatile relationship with Sandy, and that lunatic Sandy is still harassing her. But let me know if y'all think that Benny and Rihanna will end up hooking up. Let me know. Let me know. Now moving on to Veronica. For some reason, Veronica can't afford to pay her bills. She's a whole attorney. Seems like she's making good money. She got that big ass house that she's still living in, driving them nice fancy car, all her nice digs and stuff. But she can no longer afford to pay her bills. Is it because she and David are no longer together? And does David even have any idea of all the properties and health centers that she owns? I don't know, because I can't recall them ever discussing it. I can't recall David ever discussing anything that she owns. So I don't know. I highly doubt it, but let me know, y'all, if y'all can remember him discussing her properties or her businesses, because it seems to me like she may have accumulated this without his knowledge when they were married. Or maybe she could have started those businesses before they even met. I don't know. They really never really got into that part. But either way, Veronica tried to get help from whoever that white dude was, that came over to help her pay back her back loan payments. But he ain't got it. And he can't get it from Catherine because the maid, Hannah Young, is the executor of Catherine's estate. And did y'all see that disgusted look, that confused look on Veronica's face when she found out? Ooh, Veronica just cannot fathom how somebody would make a maid the executor of their estate. Like Catherine is worth millions, with or without Jim Cryer. Like Jim Cryer, all his money is in the hands of Benny and Candace. Catherine still got millions of dollars of her own money. And that's why Jim is so pissed, because not only does the children of Hannah, who was made the executor of Catherine's estate, not only does her children have his money that they stole, but he has no money. He can't even get money from his wife's estate because Hannah is the executor. So that's why he kind of thinks that, or thought that Hannah was in on everything. Like, how could you have got to be executor of my wife's estate and your two children stole $8 million from me? Like, it does look shady, right? It does make it seem like, the storyline makes it seem like, she could have had something to do with it, Hannah. But we know Hannah ain't like that. Hannah's a Christian woman. She's a God-fearing woman. She wouldn't steal nobody's money. So, yeah. But Veronica was like, what kind of psychotic bitch makes a maid the executor of her estate? Catherine Cryer. That psychotic bitch made the maid the executor of her estate. But as far as Veronica, I really wish somebody would just take her out. Just take her clean off the face of the earth. I know that her and her son Jeffrey storyline might be a bit exaggerated. We know that. But in real life, I can understand how children who come out to their parents as being gay would rather live on the streets than remain at home with their parents. That crazy heifer Veronica, she didn't already kill her ex's girlfriend. Then she sent some goons to shoot up her ex's house and attempt to kill him and their son. But in spite of several attempts, David and Jeffrey are still alive. They're still alive. So now she's hiring someone else to try to kill David and Jeffrey. Will they succeed this time? I don't know. Time will tell. The rest of the season starts in May, like in the middle of May. So I'm gonna make sure I got it on my DVR. I'm gonna make sure when we tune in, just like most premieres, once it comes on the first night, I usually try to go live immediately, like at least an hour after the show ends, because I'd be excited about premieres and whatnot. But anyway, let's move on to Jeffrey and Madison. After Madison came home from his shift at the hospital, he was greeted by Jeffrey. Jeffrey wanted to spend some time with him and get to know him a little better. And suffice it to say, this does happen a lot. During this age that we're in, people, they tend to spend more time in the bedroom after they meet than really try to get to know each other. Nobody likes to take it slow anymore. Nobody likes to go on dates anymore. Nobody likes to, it's like, okay, we meet, we hook up, especially if it's online. You meet, you hook up, you have sex, and who knows where it goes from there. But anyway, why was Madison so defensive? Even accusing Kobe of giving Jeffrey reasons to pry into his life. Madison was like, why you all of a sudden want to know about me and my family? Like, what has Kobe told you? I know he told you something. What did he say? He ain't said shit. Kobe ain't told him nothing, to incriminate, Madison or nothing like that. All Jeffrey wants is for them to get to know each other and really, build on their relationship, make it more than what it is, which right now is basically about sex. Because if I'm correct, they do seem like a couple. Anyway, I mean, I don't think they really went out a lot, but they spent a lot of time together. Jeffrey is always at his crib. Hell, Jeffrey is at his crib more than he's at his own crib with his father. It's like Jeffrey just moved in on low key. I ain't seen him bringing no suitcases or no bags or no boxes, but it seemed like Jeffrey didn't move in low key. But as a matter of fact, I think Jeffrey's father is part of the reason why Jeffrey is hardly ever home, and after that run in they had with Jeffrey's dad when he caught them having sex, I can see why. But finally Jeffrey was convinced Madison to jump in the shower, take off your work clothes, get dressed so they can go out for dinner and a movie, only to have their dinner interrupted by Justin. I wasn't ready. Y'all, that whole scene. Hold on, let me take a sip before we go on. And I just heard my son come in. Y'all probably heard my dog barking. I just heard my son come in. But I wasn't ready. In my Kevin Hart voice, I wasn't ready. I mean, Justin came up there with a whole gun, threatening. He wasn't really threatening Jeffrey. He kept telling Jeffrey, I'm not going to shoot you. I'm not going to shoot you. But then every time Madison tried to make a move, he was like waving the gun at him like, what you doing? Where you going? So I'm like, is he going to kill Madison? Is he going to kill him? Because not only has this crazy man been following him around, he's also been spying on them with binoculars. His ass said, don't lie to me about having sex. Have y'all had sex? Don't lie to me. Because with my binoculars, I saw y'all silhouettes through y'all window having sex. This man bought some binoculars so that he could see if they having sex or not through their window. This man is crazy. He needs to be medicated. But Justin was heated. And he was still, of course, blaming Jeffrey, for everything that had happened to him in the past, when all along it was all Justin's fault. Everything he did, from getting beat down and everything, was all his fault. He was up there assaulting guys in the back of his squad car. He would have picked up guys and arrest them and handcuff them, then assault them in the back of the car and then dare them to say anything. That's how him and Jeffrey met. That's exactly how they met. But before I can even say, damn, is he really going to shoot Madison right there in that restaurant? Justin lit his own ass on fire. I was like, what the hell? Tyler Perry. Now, I ain't going to lie. I've been tired of the whole Justin. I've been tired of that whole storyline. I ain't going to lie. But he done set his own ass on fire. He said, do y'all smell gasoline? And I'm thinking when he said, do y'all smell gasoline, that he put gasoline around the building and set it on fire before he came in the building so that they all could burn down and die. He can die with his lover, or not his lover, but the person he's in love with. Nah, he set his own ass on fire. So I guess he was done. He was done taking rejection from Jeffrey. He was done with getting his ass whipped by his brother Tanner for being gay. And again, I was tired of that storyline anyway. So, Justin, Tyler Perry, if he gotta go, he gotta go. But knowing Justin, just like that Energizer Bunny, he'll be back. He'll be back coming through to the next episode. No. But anyway, let's talk about Jim and Hannah. She was at the Crier's residence, sorting through mail, sorting through some of Catherine's business documents, it looked like, with Jim hovering around the house. Something I'm sure she could do without, because Hannah, she might be a Christian and all, but she cannot stand the ground that Jim walks on. And let's not forget the reason why. Well, one of the reasons why. Remember Jim's son Wyatt, after relapsing and going on a drugs binge a while ago, he got behind the wheel of Jeffrey's car and Wyatt accidentally hit an innocent man, which happened to be Hannah's son Benny. Wyatt did a whole hit and run, with Jim and Catherine both tried to cover up. But eventually Hannah did find out. So even though Catherine and Hannah made up, Hannah and Jim, they've been in odds for a long time because of that situation and other situations. But anywho, while trying to ignore Jim, she got a phone call from Benny, who she hasn't seen or spoken to in a minute. And she's not trying to see or speak to him nor her daughter Candace. Hannah has been begging these kids, begging and praying and begging that they return that money, that stolen $8 million back to Jim Crier. But since they won't, she's afraid that she might lose her kids from some type of violence. So she figured, why the hell should I want to see y'all and talk to y'all? I might as well get used to y'all not being here. Because if y'all don't get that money back, that man might try to kill y'all. And he's already made some threats. So, she figures I might as well just get used to y'all not being here and stop speaking to y'all, period. She even told Benny he was a little slow. She said, you're a little on the slow side. For allowing your sister Candace to manipulate you. Candace done did a whole, okay. Now, this is what Hannah believes. She believes that Hannah done did a whole reverse psychology on Benny. Because Benny's under the pressure that he talked his sister into keeping the money, right? Hannah claims that Candace did a little reverse psychology on him, making him believe that he was the one to convince Candace to not get money back, when in fact Candace was never planning on returning any of Jim's money. And that might be true. She made her brother feel like, oh, you gotta take this money. You ain't gonna get caught. You know what? Candace wasn't thinking about giving that money back. That part I do believe. But I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But after Jim overheard her phone conversation, he now believes that Hannah wasn't in on it. He finally believes Hannah. He believes Catherine, that she wasn't in on it. And what did he tell her? He said something like, you're a rare bird, because you're a good person in a sea of shitty people or something. She always does, or always try to do the right thing. And regardless, how corny that may sound coming from Jim, he is right. He's absolutely correct. Hannah will die broke, living in a shelter or on a street corner before stealing money. Because of his revelation, he was so moved after realizing this that he asked Hannah, is it possible for her God to forgive him and save him and cleanse him white as snow? Now, Hannah thought Jim was joking and fooling around with God, but I really think in some type of way that Jim, he wants to get right. He wants to reverse some of the things he done wrong. He wants to make good. I don't know. I just got a feeling. I don't think he was entirely playing around. You know what I'm saying? But of course, Hannah told him, even a sinner like you can be saved, child. Everything you done, all the people you hurt, even a sinner like you can be forgiven. So, yeah. Now that he know that Hannah was involved, he still needs her to get his $8 million back. Now, whether she can do that or not, I'm not sure. I'm not sure she can make a difference yet. I mean, it's been how long? Them kids been having that money. How long? So I don't know if she can convince her kids. She barely speaking to them right now. And Candace, I don't know. If she do get some money back, it won't be the whole $8 million. She'll probably try to keep half, knowing Candace. Candace don't want to get out there and work. Candace is a hustler. And she'll probably be a hustler to the day she died. Hell, she was a pimp. She used to be a pimp. So, she's a hustler. She ain't trying to be broke. But one thing I am sure of is that Jim better tread lightly if he ever thinks of bringing harm to any of her kids. Because again, Hannah is a whole Christian, but she does believe in an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And if he so much as harms one of the hair on her kid's head, he gonna have hell to pay because she done already warned him. If you harm any of my kids, that she'll do the same to his only remaining child. Okay? The other one, so-called commit is suicide. I'm not too convinced of that. I really think Wyatt has something to do with that. I don't know why, but I really think Wyatt. Remember, he was the one that ran downstairs, came downstairs telling them that, his sister, something was going on. But anyway, I don't know. But anyway, Candace and Benny, they aren't the only ones who should be concerned about if somebody's going to come after them. Evidently, Benny's friend Mitch's uncle, hold on, let me say this right. Evidently, Benny's friend Mitch's uncle Vinny is pissed off at Mitch. However, besides covering for Benny, Mitch doesn't have any idea. He's like, I don't know why the hell, what did I do? What else could I have done wrong? Sandy, he couldn't help. He was too busy watching a sex tape that his ex Rihanna had made. So he didn't know either. He wasn't really interested. He just know that Uncle Vinny is looking for you. I don't know why. I ain't even supposed to be talking to you. And if he find out, he gonna send me to the basement, okay? I ain't gonna be able to attend the bar anymore. But Sandy, how did he get a tape of his ex rent? That's my question. That's my question. How the hell did he get a copy of Rihanna's sex tape? Especially if Sandy isn't even on the tape. Mitch was like, oh, y'all made a sex tape together? He said no, but Rihanna did. So he is watching a sex tape of his ex-girlfriend having sex with somebody else? Like, who does that? I'm not trying to watch no sex tape that my ex made with somebody else. And I'm like, did she give it to him? Did he steal it? I don't know. Either way, I have a feeling that she is going to regret the day that she made that tape. Because did you see his eyes when Mitch was talking about why are you still pressed about that girl? He was like, she will always be my girlfriend. And he means that too. He done already made threats to her. He means that. Then he was pissed. Remember, he was pissed when he found out that she had an abortion. I expect in the when the rest of the season starts, like, episode 9 is supposed to start in May. So this is just a mid-season break, like Tyler Perry likes to do with a lot of his shows. So beginning in May will be episode 9, and it's going to be 8 more episodes. And then it's going to be the end. No more to have and have nots. 8 seasons, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And I must say, I did enjoy the roller coaster. I enjoyed the ride. But, a lot of the storylines are kind of played out, kind of tapped out. So, moving on, But Tyler Perry has a lot of other shows that are still on that I review from Ruthless. I even created a Facebook group for Ruthless Child. We be in there talking about that show. I think we got like 400 or 450 members in that Facebook group right now. But yeah, I have the Hood Table Facebook group, and then I have a Ruthless Facebook group. But anywho, whoo, child, this episode was really, really good. But my questions for you guys is, do you think Justin will die, or do you think by some miracle somebody have a water hose and and get his so-called that fire off of him, put the fire out? And also, do you think that Veronica will go through with trying to kill her husband and her son? Well, the son that she says she doesn't have, she don't claim Jeffrey. She don't claim him. She hasn't claimed him in a long time because he won't stop being gay. He won't stop being gay. As far as Candace, do you think that she will give the president-elect Charles another chance? Can you see Candace as the first lady of the United States? Can you? Mm-hmm. And do you think that Jim will ever get his money back, or do you think he will, I don't know, try to harm Hannah's kids herself, or send some goons to harm them? I have a lot of questions. So I hope that these last 8 episodes are really, really good. I hope Tyler Perry, ends this show on a bang. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, that's all I got for the mid-season finale review. I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video, share the video, and if you're new over here, please make sure you subscribe to The Hood Table on YouTube, Facebook, IG, Stereo, and our website. You can follow us on there too, thehoodtable.com. And in the meantime, in between time, stay safe, be blessed, always remain vigilant, and don't forget, keep it hood. Bye.